Welcome to the On Deck podcast for all your baseball DFS needs with your superstar hosts, fantasy baseball experts, Casey, Bubba, and Bogman. On Deck podcast is sponsored by LineStar app, the #1 top-rated data and analytics tool for daily fantasy sports.
And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the On Deck MLB DFS podcast, brought to you by the wonderful people at LineStar Sports. Make sure you check them out on Twitter at LineStar app and at LineStar MLB. And most importantly, download the app in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. You will not regret it. Everything you need in the palm of your hands to win all the sports, all the DFS, all the fun stuff and things. You can find myself on Twitter at BDentric and my co-host, as always, on Twitter at Bogman Sports. Scott Bogman, how we doing, my friend?
Vladdy goes deep. I'm finally back on the board. I love it. And it happened like 2 seconds before we started. I was just complaining about how I didn't have a homer. You said Vlad just went deep. I turned my head and I see it going out of the stadium off of Chapman. So very happy to get back on the board.
You want to know how I knew he went deep?
Because
I have alerts on the LineStar app, and it told me Vlad Guerrero Jr. home run off a roll to Chapman. Just throwing it out there. That's how I knew.
Get your live updates.
That's how I know. Like, I don't have to sit there. I used to just be glued to my phone watching every possible thing. Now it's just, they let me know when a guy goes deep. It makes my life easy. And then I tweet it out like I'm smart. It's freaking awesome. they do the work for me. It's a beautiful, beautiful system. But you got the home run. Ryan Humphreys got his Bryce Harper home run nice and early in that game. And what we were afraid of took place. Peralta went 81 pitches. They yanked him in the middle of the fourth inning. His velocity was down in the fourth inning. That's a scary predicament the rest of the season, folks. So throwing that one out there. But it's going to be a fun one. On Thursday. 5 games.
I mean, this is the shortest slate I think we've done. We had shorter than 5 games?
I feel like we've had 5 a couple times, but this is towards the bottom.
It's supposed to be 4. We were talking about this before we started. It's supposed to be a 4-game slate. But for whatever reason, DraftKings randomly added a 640 game, which they never do. Very strange, but I guess that's what you do when you have a short slate. But FanDuel did not go along with them. So it's 4 games on FanDuel and 5 games on DK. Yeah,
it's funny because we were literally just saying for Wednesday's show, it's like we have a 9-game slate. Could have been 12 if they just moved it up an hour, but they didn't want to. So here we are. And what do they do on Thursday? Yeah, they move it up just enough to add in another game. So we'll see how that goes. But like I said, 5 whole whopping games, which is cool because we have the opening night of NFL action to get you going. Bucks, Cardinals, and Bogman.
Cowboys.
Sorry, Bucks, Cowboys. Yeah, that's right. It doesn't matter. The Bucks are going to throttle them, so it's okay. They're going to get the rings. Tom Brady's angry because people are wearing numbers they shouldn't be wearing. It's going to be fun. So we got that going for us. But if you guys are into football, make sure you check out the Pre-Snap podcast that Bogman and I do, coming at you 3 times a week during the regular season. Recap shows, betting shows, weekly main slate DFS preview shows. So all that good fun stuff and things too.
So much fun. Let's go.
All right, 5-game slate. Let's get cracking. Enough with the messing around here. Colorado at Philadelphia. Antonio Sensatella versus Ranger Suarez. Over under 8.5 on this one. Sensatella 68 and 84. Suarez 74 and 86. What do you like in here?
I mean, look, my man Sensatella has been pretty good. 5 quality starts in a row. I think he has to be in play on a short slate. Ranger Suarez also going deep into games now. He might need to be in play. So I kind of like pitching here, although there are some good hitters. I mean, Kutch has been good. Obviously, Harper went deep. Charlie Blackmon's been one of the hottest bats in baseball recently. Story, Rogers, McMahon, Crone. So I'm kind of wishy-washy on this game. I think what I like here the most is Sensatella and Rockies bats.
Yeah, Sensatella is interesting. We also got the road Rockies, so I'm all aboard the Suarez train. The fact he's going 5 to 6 innings in 3 straight starts, putting up nearly 20-plus DraftKings points, which means he's putting up more than that on FanDuel each and every time out there. The strikeout stuff's there. When you do the splits between home and away for the Rockies, it's drastic. It's quite drastic. It's not. It sounds like a joke when we say road Rockies, but it's not. It's for real. So I think Suarez on this small slate is very much in play, especially as an SP2 on DK. Maybe not so much on FanDuel, but SP2 on DK, I can definitely go there. Not in love with the bats here because the Sensatella's been good enough, but Bryce Harper's been unconscious. So if you want to go there, I get it. You mentioned Kutch is heating up. Odubel Herrera's swinging it well. Brad Miller's cheap. So if you want to go with a Philly stack on a small slate, I get it. But since Adele's been good enough to kind of limit the damage, I prefer Ranger Suarez in this one. And probably just getting my bats elsewhere. It's kind of where I'm looking at. All right, the chalk on this slate here. We got Kansas City Royals at the Baltimore Orioles. No total on this one just yet, but we got Carlos Hernandez taking on John Means. Hernandez 63 on DK, 76 on FanDuel. Means 71 and 81. And Hernandez at 63 on DK seems way too nice as an SP2.
Yeah, I mean, I like the matchup for Hernandez, and Means has been a little bit better. It's funny that we have a short slate. Normally we're begrudging as far as the pitchers go on slates like this, but today I feel like there's more than a couple that you can play. So I think you could play inside of this too, but for the most part, I'll go with Mullins, Hayes, Mondesi, Salvi, Nicky Lopez, Carlos Santana. I'm going to pick out of the bats that have been hot.
Yeah, I'll be on the Carlos Hernandez train, but I will clarify because I tweeted it out before we recorded when I saw the price. I said this will be the chalk on the slate, and I get it. For that reason, on a small slate, it makes 100% sense to stack Baltimore because it'll make you, it's what you do on a small slate. You find the chalky pitcher and you just attack it, and that's just what you do. So I want to use Carlos Hernandez. I'm going to keep keeping close eye on the situation. I prefer these Royals bats. Salvi hit number 42 on Wednesday. You got Witt, who stole his 40th base on Wednesday. You got Alberto, you got Lopez, and so many more there you can definitely enjoy. But if we do go Baltimore, Mountcastle went deep again. He's crushing it. Hayes is on fire right now. He extended his hit streak. You got Santander. Mullins hits everybody, especially right-handed pitching. So lots to like on both sides of this one. If you want to game stack it, I think attacking Hernandez as much as I want to use him might end up being the play as the day goes on and we start seeing how the ownership pans out. Toronto at the New York Yankees. We got a fun one here. Jose Barrios versus Nestor Cortez. Over under of 9.5 on this one. Barrios 92 and 91. Cortez 8,077. I like Cortez a lot. I think it's going to take some marbles to use him tonight, but it might be the trick on a 5-game slate.
I mean, Barrios has just been so good. He's the most expensive, but he's also the best on this slate. So I get wanting to go with him. And then I don't think I really have the marbles for Cortez. So for me, I'm going to go with Rizzo, LeMahieu, Gary Sanchez, Brett Gardner. If you want Judge or Stanton, they're always in play because of the power. Those guys you can go with against Barrios if you want an opposite stack. But the expensive Toronto stack, it is expensive. My son, Alejandro Kirk, has been playing really well recently. He definitely looks like he's my child.
That's Captain Kirk to you, sir.
Captain Kirk, that's right. But Simeon, Gurriel, Vlad, and Bo Bichette have they're all expensive, but they're always in play.
Yeah, Toronto's very, very live. I will say it was interesting, and I don't mind Barrios. I'm with you. Like, I get it. He's the top of the top on this slate. But it was interesting looking at the stat line for Luis Eel. 3 1/3, I think he got 3 runs, walked 7 while striking out 6. So the strikeouts were still there. He just had no control.
120 pitches after 3.
Yeah, that's wild stuff there. Let's talk about wasting a young kid's arm. It's good stuff, Yanks. Good stuff. So it's gonna be an interesting game. Bats are 2 good offenses, 2 interesting pitchers, 5-game slate. Shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake. Washington at Atlanta. Eric Fede versus Huascar Yanoa. Over under 9.5 on this one. Fede 65 and 72. Yanoa 86 and 88. I always have a soft spot for Yanoa, especially when it comes to strikeouts versus a team like Washington.
Yeah, I mean, he got to be in play on this short slate. Fede is just a total landmine, and he's been terrible against Atlanta. 3 starts, 11 1/3, 14 innings. 7 strikeouts, 6 walks. So I like an Atlanta stack against him for sure. Duvall is 7 for 12 with 2 doubles and 2 bombs against Fede. 5 for 12 for Riley with a double. 4 for 12 for Freeman. And then, like you said, Ozzie, Soler, Travis d'Arnaud, Eddie Rosario. I like an Atlanta stack for sure against Fede.
Yeah, Rosario went deep on Wednesday, so did Duvall again. So you got that going for you. Yeah, Atlanta very much in play again on this slate. So I'm with you 100% on that one. It could be an option as well when we start breaking things down there. And if a small slate, Soto went deep again. He had a combo meal, stole a bag, went deep again. And so he's still in play time and time again. And Josh Bell's been sneaky good. He went deep on Wednesday, and he just gets underappreciated. He's affordable. So I'll say that much if you want to be different on this slate. Because Touki Toussaint was chalk on Wednesday. I'd imagine that'll lead people to go to Yanoa a lot on Thursday as well. Last game on the slate, and it's only on DraftKings. No FanDuel here for you, folks. New York Mets, Miami Marlins. It's the 6:40 Eastern game. Stroman, Luzardo, over under 7.5. Stroman's 94 on DK. Luzardo 67 on DK. When you got Barrios at 92, it's hard to go to Stroman, Bugs.
Yeah, I mean, who would you rather have, though? Would you rather have Stroman? Because
I'd rather have Stroman 100%.
Yeah, the Miami has just not been hitting at all. So I think Stroman's probably one of your better options. I think I like Barrios more for the upside just because of the strikeouts and stuff. But I mean, Miami's been doing nothing. Jesus Aguilar just got put on the IL. So, Stroman and then maybe a Mets stack because the Mets bats have all of a sudden come alive. Alonso, Pilar, Lindor, VR, Baez, Conforto. Let's go thumbs down on everything here and let's take ourselves some Mets.
Mets, man. It's a fun slate when it's Mets. But Luzardo has been that bad, so I get it. If you want to attack Luzardo, 100% on board there. Stroman, solid play. Again, I'll go Barrios over Stroman, but I get it for sure. Speaking of that, let's recap things here. Who are your top pitchers on this slate?
I mean, I think it's Stroman, Barrios. I think Ynoa is a secondary. Carlos Hernandez and Senzatella are my secondaries.
Yeah, Barrios and Stroman are up top for sure. I got Ynoa, Suarez in the middle, and then Senzatella and Hernandez possibly. But if I have to narrow it down, I'll go Barrios, Suarez, Hernandez would be my 3. But a lot could change. Like if Hernandez is going to be chalky, we already discussed that. Go O's is where that one's going to head.
Go O's.
Isn't that like a Philadelphia accent?
Overstock. Yeah, well, that's Philly and Baltimore.
Okay.
Oh, hey there, hon.
Gotcha.
Why don't we go on down your shore, get ourselves some Old Bay.
Some crab cakes. This is what Maryland does. Yeah.
You cannot do accents.
I can't do them at all. I told you. I told Bogman a long time ago, like in my head, they sound perfect.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely
perfect. Right.
And my wife just looks at me like I'm the biggest dum-dum on the planet. And it's so funny. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I just can't do it. Okay. But yeah, so we'll see how the ownership looks on this slate. But what stacks you using?
I mean, I think the Mets versus Luzardo is a solid one. I mentioned my favorite one is Atlanta against Fetty. I think you can go Toronto against Cortez, and then I think that's it, though. I don't think I stack anybody else.
Yeah, the Mets are fine. I think Toronto is intriguing, but Atlanta's my favorite. And then that Baltimore-Kansas City game, I think I'm just going to sit there and just hope Camden Yards blows up like always. Just give me all the Camden Yards runs. That's what I'm hoping for and see where the day takes us. But it's going to be very, very interesting. And where the day should take all of you is to the LineStar YouTube channel because it's really fun to watch how dumb I look sometimes. It's great theater, and it adds an extra level to the podcast. That's all I have to say. So go to the LineStar YouTube channel, give the old subscriber and the thumbs up over there. And then if you just want to listen to the show, which we appreciate too, go to iTunes, give a 5-star rating and review, and we'd appreciate that a ton. But also follow LineStar on Twitter at LineStar app and at LineStar MLB because they tweet out all kinds of great content. Plus, Monday through Friday, the home run calls of the day. We got 2 home runs for you on Wednesday. Bogman and Humphreys knocked those out of the park. I got one on Tuesday. So that's 3 pieces of swag going out there already. We got 2 more days to go this week. So you got to retweet that tweet. 3 lucky retweeters will get chosen at random to be paired with each one of us. And if our guy goes deep, you get some free swag. So Bogman, on this 5-game Thursday, September 9th slate, who's your home run call of the day?
I mean, let's stick with someone hot. Let's go with Adam Duvall off of Fetty. Let's go.
Going for the 3-peat with Duvall. Digging it. Loving it. I'm going to go to I'm going to Baltimore on this one because I'm already picturing stacking Baltimore. It's happening. Give me Ced Mullins. Ced Mullins taking Carlos Hernandez deep or somebody in the Royals bullpen. Ced Mullins is going deep. That's the bottom line on this one. So you got Adam Duvall. I got Cedric Mullins. We'll see who Ryan Humphreys has. But more importantly, after the 5-game slate, if you just want to just chill, you got Thursday Night Football. You got the Bucks getting the rings, taking on the Cowboys. Going to be a good one. And more importantly, coming out for you this week, we got 2 pre-snap shows, our betting preview and our DFS preview. So make sure you check us out over there. Subscribe to that podcast on all of your listening platforms. We'll crack all that stuff out for you. But we'll also be back for you guys on Friday as we don't stop. The season don't stop. We don't stop on the On Deck podcast. Full Friday slate coming up for you. Follow Bogman on Twitter at Bogman Sports. I'm Matt Pediatric. We'll be back with you guys next time.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to the LineStar app On Deck podcast. Download LineStar app from the App Store or go to LineStarApp.com for all your DFS baseball needs. If you love the On Deck podcast, support KC, Bubba, and Bogman by rating and subscribing. Good luck.